This is Lloyd, and he appears across several sets released for the LEGO Ninjago movie in 2017. And this is General Kozu. He appears in only one Ninjago set from way back in 2013. And today we'll be taking a look at even more common Ninjago figures that are absolutely everywhere, and even more rare figures that you may just own. And make sure to go check out part 1 if you haven't already. With that out of the way, let's get into it. So for a start, let's take a look at some common Ninjago minifigures. And Ninjago villains tend to appear most frequently, so here I present the Nindroids. There have been several different versions of these guys, since they were first introduced and rebooted in 2014. They then appeared in Day of the Departed and Legacy. And they are included in a total of 14 sets, making them relatively common. Next, we have the members of Chen's Anachondri cult, who were introduced in Season 4 in 2015, and including Chen himself, they appear across 15 sets. And one of the most common minifigures of this faction is Izor, who appeared once in the original wave, then once in snake form in 2016, and then 3 times in Legacy, which seems a little bit excessive. And coming up next, we have another gang of classic Ninjago bad guys. We have the Stone Army. They were first introduced in 2013 for the latter half of Season 2, and these guys were plentiful, appearing in all 6 sets that year, with my personal favourite being General Kozu. They were then resurrected 4 years later for Day of the Departed and Skybound's second wave, where we received another version of Kozu and the first version of the Giant Stone Warrior. Then in 2019, Legacy brought us another Giant Stone Warrior plus a small Stone Scout, and then next year in 2020 we got yet another, though significantly worse, General Kozu, bringing the Stone Army's set appearances to a total of 13. I've always thought all the Stone Warriors looked super cool and intimidating, and I'm glad they've appeared frequently enough that you can actually build your own Stone Army. And now for some more recent minifigures, we've got the Bone Warriors from the third wave of Ninjago Core, released in January of this year. The first core wave had a total of 10 sets, making it pretty big, though the second core wave was absolutely tiny, featuring just 1 set. Though now the third core wave is just as substantial as last year's, featuring another 10 sets. As mentioned, the villains this time around are the really cool Bone Warriors that are featured in 8 of the 10 sets. They all feature different accessories, but have the same face with the exception of the Bone King, who has his own unique printing. And finally, and that about wraps it up for common minifigures for today, which brings me to the other side of the spectrum, the rare ones. Now Ninjago is no stranger to rare and exclusive figures. It's something they've been doing since the first few seasons of the show. The art of taking a cool and detailed minifigure and chucking it in the most expensive set of the wave is one Ninjago excels at. And whilst in recent years, exclusives like this have been hurt due to polybags included in magazines, it is still all too common to see a figure come in only 1 set, then be put on Bricklink for a hefty price. Which brings me to one of my favourite sets of ninja suits. This is one of the few times where a full set of suits can be completed. We have none other than the Stone Armor Ninja. These suits are some of Ninjago's best, with great detailing and printing all round. My only gripe is the lack of leg printing on Lloyd and Zane. However, that can be fixed with a different pair of legs, like I did for Lloyd in this short. And these guys are certainly scattered far and wide, with Lloyd, Zane and Nia appearing in 2014's Battle for Ninjago City, then Kai appeared in a Target exclusive gift box the next year, Jay in a book in 2016, and finally Cole in a weird little package that same year. And if you have any of these suits, count yourself lucky. And moving on, we have another set of highly coveted figures, the infamous Bricktober packs. Released in October of 2017 and 2018 respectively, these packs contain some of the most detailed Ninjago figures to date, with great picks such as Kabuki Nia, Neuro and Golden Kai. The first edition goes for an average price of $179 on Bricklink, and the second one will set you back $72 less at $107. Then for the third set of overpriced little plastic ninja men, we have some very OG suits. These being the DX or Dragon Extreme Ninja from 2011. These ninja all appeared in their own dragons, as well as one or two other sets each, with Jay being the most expensive at an average price of $57 and Zane the lowest at $15. There is another however, the non-canon DX Lloyd, released in 2015 in a Target gift box, who averages $197, making him one of the most expensive Ninjago minifigures to date. 2012 brought us more unique ninja with their NRG forms, representing when they unlocked their true potential. Each of these ninja came in a spinner, and once again Zane is the cheapest at an average of $37 on Bricklink, and Jay is the dearest at $119. I'd also like to add that Jay is exceedingly rare online. Bricklink currently has no copies of his spinner set, new or even used. And now taking a look at one specific character who happens to be my favourite from the TV show, we've got Pythor P. Chumsworth, who almost exclusively appears in large and expensive sets. He first showed up in the original Ultrasonic Raider from 2012, and then in the Ninja DBX in 2015, the Samurai X Cave Chaos the next year in 2016, and then in 2019 for Legacy he came in the Ultra Dragon and the Stormfighter remake. And the Stormfighter remake is the only medium-sized set that he appears in. And finally, most recently, we have the Samurai X Mech set in 2022. And the most expensive version of this evil Anaconda is the one from Samurai X Cave Chaos at $67. Cyrus Borg is a Ninjago minifigure fans have been begging for years. We initially got a Borg figure back in 2014 for Ninjago Rebooted, though this was his corrupted appearance, and it would be a whole 9 years until we got a proper Borg minifigure in this year's Ninjago City markets. He currently averages $17 on Bricklink. I'd just like to add that I'm really glad the designers finally listened to the fans and added Borg in a set this year. And speaking of the Ninjago City markets, this set is a goldmine, an absolute treasure trove of minifigures. It includes some newer characters from the show, such as Misdemeanor and Houndhog McBragg, and figures I didn't expect, like Blacksmith Kai and Detective Zane. Then we got some highly requested figures, like the aforementioned Cyrus Borg, but also Gale Gossip and Camille. Hopefully the next city expansion includes Fugitive, I'm just saying. And that about brings us to this video's conclusion. If you would like to see a third part of this series, where I reveal the true rarest Ninjago minifigure, make sure to leave a like, and also comment telling me which was your favourite figure out of this video. That's been all for today, see ya.